What's up guys, BARRYGAMING here, back with some more Infinite Magicraid, and today we are talking about one very specific hero. He's a newer hero, but he is probably one of the most broken heroes when it comes to PvP arena right now, and that is Naseal. Naseal is absolutely insane. You do need to have his E1 though, that's something that definitely needs to happen, but once you do, whew. Ascendo, step over, space, stepped over. We have the new fastest hero to get a freeze, crowd control out immediately. So let's jump right into the game. Let's talk about it. Let's get going. So why is this hero so good? Well, we're actually going to take a look at the one that we have built right here, Naseal. Very, very awesome. The way his abilities work, and mainly his exclusive one, is what makes him so good. So let's just talk about that part right here. Naseal casts Giant Ice Shield immediately at the beginning of each wave, aka at the start of combat for PvP. He is immune to this death when taking fatal damage. Meanwhile, restores HP equal to 15%. Blah, blah, blah. We don't really care about that. Really, it's that first sentence. Cast immediately upon each wave. And what does this do? Well, he activates Giant Ice Shield, increasing self maximum HP cap by 50%. This effect is reduced by 20% every turn. Who cares? When Giant Ice Shield is in effect, Naseal is immune to all control effects and acts one more time. That's the important part, is he gets to take a second turn at the beginning of combat before anybody else besides other Naseals get a chance to go. He also gives like protection, all that other stuff. It is what it is. But what happens is this procs immediately upon the start of battle. Then he gets an extra turn and you can use Frigid Shield. Now this recovers self HP by 20% of max HP with a 20% chance to inflict freeze on all enemies for one turn. That is the key right there. Also, if the target's already under freeze, it stuns them instead. This stun cannot be removed or resisted, which is really, really cool. You don't really need any other the exclusives for this hero, really. At least in my opinion. His E3, up to 3 allies can be protected at the same time, and the protected allies take 15% more or less damage. That is what it is, but that's not what we're building it for. We are building him for this CC right here, which is why ours is running 115% hit effect. Essentially what we're doing here is we're just running a maximum effect hit type set, trying to get as many effect hit rolls as possible. You can see most of them are like 8%, 11%, 8.5%, 3.1. And then down here, again, we're going for anything that we can get effect hit on right here and going for the maximum possible. As far as his emblems go, once again, we're going for anything that increases our effect hit. His speed also matters because if there are 2 Naseals, it's not like a big deal because the enemy Naseal can't be frozen anyway. He still gets his attack off if he has E1. But we're going very much for speed and hit effect. Aura, I just went with the standard hit effect one. I mean, we got a hit master aura. It's fine. That's pretty much it. And what happens is when we go into PvP now, if you come across a lineup that doesn't have like a Naseal on the enemy team as well, you're in a good spot. Like, we might still lose. There is one exception. Solly is amazing with his taunt. So let's test this one out. I'm not sure how this one works. But I'm going to show you guys how the combat goes. Now, if you have an enemy Naseal, then there is more RNG involved, but you can see right there, he immediately uses the Ice Shield, and then we're going to try to freeze the enemy team. This is amazing because now Solly cannot get to go. Ascendo already, you can see Ascendo already took her turn, but because she was frozen, she just simply comes out of it, and then we go right into our masterpiece of trying to one-shot with our heroes. So right here, we go one-shot over here. Not quite, because, there is that Solly, which is really annoying. Let's hit him instead. Just get some additional hits in. Probably ping away a couple targets. And there you go. Our combat is done, essentially, and the team doesn't even get a chance to do anything. It used to be Ascendo that was, like, the main one you need, because with her in space, she was, like, always the first. You got your team to do everything first. And you can see by the damage numbers, the enemy team does nothing. They get like maybe a basic attack off in like the second round or something. When you do come up against Naseal versus Naseal fights, having the extra Ascendo on your team is good. And also having Catherine can be very solid because Catherine can actually purify and basically get rid of the What am I trying to say? Get rid of the freeze. There we go. That's what I was going for here. So let's see if we can find a couple other teams here. This one, see, this is where it's at. We can still technically lose to this one because the Besedin strategy still works today. Honestly, I'm a big fan of this right here. But he can still technically get off, and if you don't freeze the correct targets, you can run into trouble, which is why having the most effect hit possible is what makes this strategy work. You can see right here, we hit everybody. I'm just going to go to auto because, well, we're just going to slaughter the entire team before they even get to take their turn. Oh, hey, she got a shield up. Cool. There's the combat right there. And this is why Naseal is just so overpowered right now. With the addition of Nicholas in the future, it might get worse, but honestly, probably not going to be that much of an issue. Now, Quinlan is another hero that's very strong in this meta because he's quick and he can also do damage to all targets. Chance to put HP burn and freeze on them, which is very solid. There is a very quick Ascendo. So again, this is going to be one, we're going to jump into it. We might lose this one. We might. It just depends on the effect hit and the CC that happens right here. So you see here, she resisted it. She actually managed to resist it, whereas everybody else is frozen. I mean, that's okay, but that still messes up our strategy. And then you see right here, Catherine gets rid of that ability that we're really regretting. We don't want to face. And if you don't get the kill, you're kind of SOL because your heroes are still silent. So it's still a thing. Yes, you definitely still want to try to have your combos popping off. We might get a win here still, as long as the Lucifer lives. So we're going to try to... It wasn't quite enough. All right. Let's try to take someone else out, though. Who do we want to kill? Oh, yeah, they're way too tanky at this point. That's not good for us. We're definitely losing. So you can see how it can still happen. Because Ascendo basically just said, hey, yeah, no, I'm not going to be CC'd. The team ends up being fine. They purify off and get rid of that CC effect. Let's see if it happens again here. Nope, she goes frozen this time, which means we essentially win. And it just comes down to a little bit of RNG. And you just got to stack as much hit effect as possible on Naseal. If you don't have the hit effect, you're not going to be there because it is only, what, a 20% chance. So you want to stack as much of it as possible. And right there, we get the W. So there's still some things to it. But definitely you need to jump in here and you need to check his equipment. Most likely at all times, you need to be seeing if there's an upgrade to an effect hit. Like this one here is... Honestly, you kind of want something that already has effect hit on it, if possible. There is a mastery set that we could go to. It already has 3.1, and the boots have 2.8. Like, there's a chance, but, I mean, the mastery doesn't really matter for us, so we don't care about it. So, just going with what we currently have seems to work. So, let me know what you guys think, but that is Naseal. Absolute beast. I love the beard, too. It's a good look. He looks like a Viking. I'll see you guys next time.